Hello, everyone in Class Aviation Leadership. My name is Michael Delosier. I'm going to be submitting my product or service project today. So a little background about it. It was mostly to help people, unfortunately, who are homeless or just need help with shelters. And so, yeah. My agenda was to introduce steps to improve the local homeless shelter by means of just donating food, clothes and everything, or just lending, helping ear out to them to build their confidence. Speaking of building confidence, that's another step I have. Getting back to give back to people and everything, which means basically I'll go around to local, home owners and also business owners who own, have the resources to help, people who, might, who are homeless. So kind of have to need them. And always look for new people or anything, which is newcomers, so they can it's like one step or anything. If I help you, you help me, and that person will help another person, another person, another person. So yeah. The power of communication. My agenda was the power of communication for the service project is always just talk to people. Never be afraid to hey, do you need help? Or hey, it doesn't matter. Basically, we have to talk about. Some people might have talked to nobody in a couple days. Just depends on who you talk to be honest. Some people are veterans, which is really sad, but some people are just down the luck and just might need a year and make that big next step. So there's literally no wrong way to communicate with somebody, as long as you're just unless you're just attacking them, of course, which is wrong. The best way to communicate to someone is you just open your ears up and talk to these people. This is well and everything is homeless shelters itself or anything. When you talk to people that work there, ask them what they need and everything, not just hey, let's bring them designer bag, of course, because no one I'm sorry, homeless people don't really want that. They need basic commodities like food, water, clothing. It's wintertime right now, so they need jackets like that to help them out. Overcoming nervousness is one of the biggest things you can do in everything, because nervousness will lead people down the wrong path, and basically you just won't be great or anything at something. Basically just never afraid to ask what like I said, go back to communication. It's only bad if you best way to put this or anything, it's the only bad thing you never not to do is ask. And also, by the way, I'm sorry about my voice. It's COVID and other stuff that's happening, so now my voice is all scratching. Engaging the audience. The audience means not just Visual aids, the best visual aids and everything is just basically just being out there, hitting the streets every single day. If you can't hit the streets, at least make phone calls and everything nonstop to people, small, like I said, business owners, homeowners, people around you, or call the local, shelters and say, hey, what you need. And also you can also talk to other people and everything, other programs that might be doing the same thing as you, where you guys basically link up and like, hey, I have this area, what do you have? And they're like, oh, I have food, oh, I have clothes, so we can actually donate it to make it a bigger example. And of course your name might not be there, which is perfectly fine, as long as you help somebody. And that's basically all this stuff is about. And when you go to these places and everything, don't make people feel bad and everything. Don't wear designer stuff like like Gucci or whatever. Just wear like normal clothes, because like I said, everything, these people are most likely down on their luck, that need help. The thing that impacted us was going to be the weather, store partnerships, and the drive of others. Visual aids, So the time frame I had and everything was, of course, meet at least twice a week at a public place. If not a public place, probably my, apartment or everything at that point. The most thing that impacted us was going to be the weather, store partnerships, and the drive of others. Success we had and everything was to the success and everything we had and everything was going to be of course, and everything. We linked up with a couple of partnerships and a couple other people that are also military. I think they also love to give back. So we linked up with them for food, stuff like that. And the most people and everything was contributing was myself, Jake, and my boy Brandon. And there was a couple local shops, but they wanted to not be named due to they don't want to get credit for it, because why would you? Because help somebody out doesn't mean you should always want credit for it. And yeah, thank you. My name is Michael Delozier. If you have any questions or want to learn how to do stuff, just email me, my school email. Thank you. Have a good day.